see you at this time one more time. So, Bank, let me ask you something. Do you remember what you and I talked about in our previous lesson?
Yes, things will happen in the future.
Things that happen in the future. And I think I also gave you a homework to talk about something you would like to create.
But I thought that we just do that on class.
No, in fact, it was to do it today, but that's fine, no problem. If you didn't do it, you have the chance to do it next time, right?
I do it.
You did it? Perfect. So let me listen to you.
In the future,
okay.
I want children to learn in space. That would be incredible. So sharp.
All it is?
That's all.
Okay, perfect. So, guys, now let me go back to your lesson so we can start our class, all right? Give me a sec.
Can you plug in your phone?
Can you listen to me well?
No.
Let me see. Hello? Hello? Can you listen to me well?
No.
What about now? I can listen to you well. Can you listen to me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
No.
Really? Oh, hello?
Yes.
Let me see. Hello?
Oh, now I can.
Oh, amazing. Sounds good. So, Ben, okay, let me see something. Hello, Ben, can you hear me well? Can you hear me well? Ben? I cannot hear you. Can you hear me well? Oh, you're mute.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, okay, now I can. All right. I thought you were mute or something like this, and I went to check my audio. Anyway, let's get started with our class. So let me share my screen to you. Okay. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What language is your family speaking?
My family speaks 2 languages. My family speaks English and they speak, well, actually, 2 languages. They speak Guarani, they speak Spanish, and they speak English.
Guarani, English, and Spanish?
Yeah, Guarani, all right, English and Spanish, and also French.
What?
We are a multicultural family of America. Okay. So let's continue. All right.
Okay.
So do you know where we live in America?
No.
Have you been to the Caribbean in America?
I know that, but no.
Do you know New York City?
But I'm in Vietnam.
Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about speculating and predicting. Okay, man, I have a question for you. What is? Do you have any idea what is predicting?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what is predicting. Predicting is like, for example, I'm gonna say something, all right, to you. No, for example, it is going to rain, all right. For example, it is going to rain, and you say, "Oh, I think it's going to rain," but it still is not raining yet. It's not raining yet because you think that it might happen, and then it happens. That is predicting.
Okay.
So let me show you. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the following: speculating and predicting. All right. So let's see. Let's continue. Let's start the class with this topic. All right. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to read the test and analyze the information. I'm gonna show you how to predict. I mean, what is a prediction? How do we use a prediction in our language? How do we predict something, all right, in English language? Or what is the grammatical part we use for predictions, all right? So now I want you to help me. We are going to analyze and understand, all right, this test, all right? So, and let me see how well you do that, all right? Let's get started. So if you can help me reading it, and then we answer the questions I have for you. Let's see what's happened. This is a prediction. This is a prediction by 2045. All right, 2045, and let's see what's happened. What will it happen for the 2045 according to this person? Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Would you mind reading for me?
Okay. A man won't fly for 50 years, said Wilbur Wright in 1901. 2 years later, he and his brother made the world's first successful flight. Predicting the future is difficult, but at the Singularities University at California.
I'm sorry, Ben, 1 second. Could you please pronounce this word? How do we pronounce this in English?
Successful.
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 Successful. All right. Now you can continue. Very good.
You can actually study future. What is this? Futurology.
Let me see. You can actually study. Oh, futurology. Futurology is the science. Yeah, futurology is the science or is the study of the future. Futurology, all right, is the study of the future, which means you predict, you will say, or you state what might happen in the future, all right?
Okay.
Let's continue.
You can actually study futurology. The university director is Ray Kurzweil, who predicts that huge increases in computer power will change the world dramatically. In 2045, we'll probably be only the second most intelligent creatures on Earth, after computers. These computers might think, communicate, and act so quickly that ordinary humans will be able to understand them. But of course, ordinary human might not exist then. Everybody may have computer chips inside their brain. Technology may also eradicate disease and increase life expectancy. If life expectancy increases faster than people age, nobody will
Mm,
die.
1 second here, Ben. I'm sorry. I will stop it here. There's a word I want you to repronounce again. I want you to pronounce this word. Let me see. I think I will need to help you with a pronunciation. Let me see. Could you please read again the last part you said?
If life expectancy increases faster than
Expectancy, all right? Life expectancy, right?
life expectancy, expect,
Expectancy.
expectancy,
Now that's the correct pronunciation. Well done.
expectancy increases faster than people age, nobody will die. It could cause other problems for the earth.
Okay. So now you read this. Now I am going to ask you a question. So here we are talking about a scientist. We are talking about the future. We are talking about the future, and there is a scientist, all right, a person who will study futurology. This person's name is Ray Kurzweil, all right, Ray Kurzweil. And my question for you is, do you think Ray Kurzweil's predictions will come true? What do you think?
Maybe no.
Look at there. He says, right here, I don't know if you can see this. He says that probably, which means it's not sure, but probably by 2045, okay, will probably be only the second most intelligent creatures on Earth after computers. Because maybe he predicts that computers are the ones that are going to govern the world. Do you think the world
Maybe.
is, do you agree, or what's your opinion that the world is going to be ruled by machines and computers?
Maybe that's not true.
Do you think it may be
No.
possible that machines are going to be upon human beings?
Mm,
What is your opinion?
I would never even believe this. I've heard that 2020, everyone will have a chip inside their brain. People have television, clothes, and then this is what happened. It's still 2021 and nothing happens. Still ordinary life.
Well, actually, it was a prediction that everyone was going to have a microchip on the face or on the hand, and even so, there is something. There is also something that has to do. Well, I don't want to be like getting involved in this part, but according to religious people, it's something that has to do with things that have dark.
Well,
Yeah, like
I just have one thing to say.
yeah.
These kind of people are going insane.
Well, something like a little bit crazy. But let's see what's happening. All right. So just let's get positive. So let's do the exercise number 2. So here we are going to do the learn this box. I think you already know part of it because I have taught you this. So we are going to find examples of the structures in the test. So here we have the modal verbs. We have made, we have might, we have could, we have want, which is will not, one which is will not, we have might not, will, and will Probably, which means when there's a probability. So let's see here. How do we use them? How do we use this in the context of a conversation? How can we use them in the conversation? So which one is more frequent? Which one is more common in terms of use? All right.
Won't, probably won't,
Let's see.
might.
Let's see here. So we have want, all right, which is pretty much the negative part of will. But when you say want, I won't do that, which means you will never do it. So far, there's no way possible to do it. Probably won't. But after that, you have the others, all right, the other modal verbs. For example, may, might, could, all right? That increases the level of the probability, okay, or ability. After that, you have will, that indicates assurance, or that indicates that something will be really doing in the future. So here we have some examples. And let me show you these examples. So I'm gonna read the description of them and you're gonna help me with them. So let's see here. To talk about possibility. All right. Do you understand what a possibility is?
Yes, that like it is possible or
Yeah, it's
impossible.
possible. It's possible that something happens. That's right. So to talk about a possibility in the future, we can use may, might,
could,
or could, followed by a base form.
will, probably.
Followed by a base form. Okay. So let's continue. All right. So let's continue. So we have here an example. Look at this. Which one do you think is better for you? She may, she might, or she could leave a school next year. All right?
She might.
Yeah, you can use unlike. You can use any of them. You can use any of them unlike, but you have the freedom to choose which one of them to use. So let's see example number 2. We use may not or might not for the negative, all right? The negative parts of a sentence. We do not use, okay, for predictions, could not, okay? For speculating and prediction in this particular context, all right, of a prediction, we don't use it this way. So number 3, to make predictions, meaning to say what is going to happen in the future, okay, we can use will. We can use will when we are not certain, which means you're not sure about something. So, and then because of this, we can use will. Let me give you an example. We use I think or probably. So we use kind of like phrases. We use phrases that may indicate the future, but there will be a probability. All right. Therefore is a prediction. All right. Although we have these predictions, all right, then we can use it this way. Can you read the examples for me?
Okay. I think it will rain later.
Okay. Can you tell me what happens here in the sentence?
They say that it will rain. It might rain or it won't.
Okay. And let me see. Next one. It will.
It will probably rain later.
That's right. It will probably, all right, probably rain later. Let me answer a shot. Okay, let's continue. So let's continue to the next exercise. Exercise number 3. Look at this. I have a question for you, and we're gonna compare what's happened here and answer the all right, match, okay, the sentences, all right? And my question for you is the following. How likely are these events to happen? How probable, how likely are these events to happen in the next 5 years? So you can do the following. I want you to write sentences using expressions from exercise number 2, like this one. For example, may, might, could, will, want, etc. All right, look at this. So look at there. There's an earthquake in Britain. All right. And then you will do it this way. There probably won't be an earthquake in Britain. So you're gonna follow this structure, this stereotype, and then make up your sentences. So you can use it this way. For example,
there won't be a major flu epidemic.
okay.
Brazil might win the football world.
Okay.
You won't fail an important exam. You won't move abroad. You won't learn to drive. You won't go to university, and you won't get married.
Okay.
But you won't.
Or maybe we'll get married. Let's never know. All right. You say you will get married?
No, not me.
Okay.
In 5 years? No.
Okay. So look at this. Predicting and first conditional. So look at this. In order for us to use the first conditional in English, so we regularly use the if clause. The if clause is the one that we use to talk about conditionals. As you know, we have already been talking about the use of conditional in English language. So the thing is that we often use predictions with the first conditional, and we use the simple present or the present simple in the if clause and will in the may clause. So let me show you the example. Okay, can you read the first example for me?
Okay. The first example is, if the hotel has Wi-Fi, I'll check my email.
Okay. If the hotel has Wi-Fi, I'll check my emails. That's right. Well done. Pretty good. So let's do number 2. All right. We can use may or might or could in the main clause if the prediction is only a possibility.
Okay. Okay.
Can you read the example for me?
If you refresh the page, it might load.
You refresh the page, all right? It might load. That's correct. So now let's do to exercise number 5. Let's see what's happening here. So we are going to match 2/2 of the predictions and write the verb in brackets in the correct tense. So there we have the present simple and will or might or made or could, all right? So we can choose the correct way to organize the sentences. So remember the verb that is in bracket. So I want you to help me with this exercise. Let me ask you something. Would you like to do it? Okay, nice. I think you can do it right away. So let's see. Let's do exercise number 1. Okay. Number 1, if there
If there might be a if
there might be a major flu epidemic. Okay, number 2, ordinary tourists. Number 2, ordinary tourists.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What grade is for?
I beg your pardon. I did not listen to you. Was breaking up. What grade is?
What grade is this book for?
Well, actually, it's for your level. This one.
For 4?
Yeah,
Fourth
that's
grade?
Yeah, this one is for your level. This is the one we use for your level. Okay, but this is especially for the grammar and context. All right, it entails more practice. Okay, let's see. You can feel all of them, no problem. You can feel all the answers, and once you feel all of them, then we say, I want you to tell me all the exercise. All right? You got me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Okay, very good. Okay, so good job. So now let's see. Number 1. Let's check.
Number 1, you can show.
Let me see.
The answer.
What is number 1? Okay. Oh, Ben, I'm sorry. I'm not listening to you. What is number 1? Let's see. Ben has the number 1. What is number 1? Hello, Ben? Are you there?
Yeah.
I'm not listening to you at all. Can you tell me the number 1? I mean, number 2. I'm sorry. You already told me number one. What's number two? Ordinary tourists?
There might be a major flu epidemic. Ordinary, no.
Okay.
Um,
Go. Okay. So number three. Wow, it's breaking up terribly.
something is happening to my computer. It's going, bro.
Okay. Would you mind to check the audio? It's like check if maybe you will need to equalize. You can go to the volume actions, and then there you can equalize. Check the equalizer and check if it works
No,
fine.
not that sound. The engine goes, bro.
Oh, I see. I see. Do you have a backup power just in case that like the interrupts the sounds just in case? Because usually when there's a backup power connected and there is no electricity and people use a backup powers, a power backup, so it happens. I'm telling you because some of my students have had this situation, and it's because when there is no electricity, they use a power backup, and it tends to happen. Let's see number three.
Number three. Okay.
Yeah, what's number three?
Number three is government might ban cars. If the earth might become too crowded, everybody might. Oh, too much.
Number four, if the earth.
Oh, let me read the full sentence. If there might be a major flu epidemic, millions of people might die.
Okay, number five.
If the earth might be, oh no. If the earth will
everybody
become too crowded, everybody too crowded.
If the earth.
Oh, no. Everybody might be online 24 hours a day if the number of Wi-Fi hotspots will increase.
Okay, so now if young people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this one? If you're number six,
if the earth becomes too crowded, humans may live on Mars. If young people could put too much personal information on social networking sites.
That's right. And okay, perfect. So I think you did it. So
they will regret it when they're older.
Okay. So well done. So
governments might ban car.
Okay.
If the global warming may get worse.
Okay. Let me see. So okay, let's continue with the rest. Okay, so speaking of strategy. Okay, so look at this, Ben. That is to me very important. I want you to know this, that is very important, especially in our daily speech. It has to do with our daily speech. So those are expressions that we use in the context of our conversation. All right. And also, this is the speaking strategy. We can use phrases to agree or disagree with other people's opinion. All right. With other people's opinions. Example. Can you read the examples for me?
I think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I agree. I don't agree with you. I believe. I don't believe that's right.
Okay.
That doesn't seem very likely.
That's correct. You see, so those are phrases
What's
that we
that
can
now?
use in the context of the conversation. All right. So we use it in the context of a conversation, and this way, so we can kind of like even think or give opinions about something. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, the computer was going to run out. My computer was going to run out the battery, which I ran away to go get it. I don't see you, Bank. Let me see. So let's see, let's continue with exercise number 6. Let's see what are we gonna do here. So as we already read, right, the exam strategy, I want you to tell me, right, whether you agree or disagree with the predictions in exercise 5, and also to justify, to give me reasons why you agree and why you disagree. For example, I think that's true. For example, I think that going to Mars, it will take 3 days. I think that's true. Okay, so will you agree with this, Ban?
Maybe
Okay, or maybe you don't think that's true.
nothing here is true.
Okay, so let's continue. So let me see. Which of these sentences you may use to agree and which of them you may use to disagree?
Hmm.
Any idea?
What? No, this might be hard.
Look at there. The ones that we use to agree and the ones that we use to disagree are the following. To agree, you can
If
say,
I
yeah.
disagree, I disagree. No. Yes. If
Look at there. Let me show you something. All right. In order for you to agree or disagree, all right. To agree, you can say, I think that's true. I agree. I believe so. That seems, or it doesn't seem that is to disagree. All right. To disagree, you can use I don't think. So or maybe I don't agree, or maybe I don't believe, or maybe it doesn't seem, all right? So those are phrases to disagree because you are negative. Not necessarily you will need to use the expression I agree, I don't agree, or I agree. You can use it in other words, all right? And it'll be part of the context of a conversation. Do you understand this? Ben, are you there?
I'm here, I'm still here. I'm
Okay, no problem. So let's continue. So look at there. So we have a prediction exercise. This is a speaking prediction exercise. So what you will be doing here is to complete these predictions about the future with your own ideas. All right. You will
That's
tell
my
me.
homework.
Actually, this is a spoken exercise, but you will send it on Zalo as a
Okay.
homework. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna give you. Let me see. I think you can do this in 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
Let me see. Okay. Let me know once you're ready.
Okay.
Do you know how to do the
Ready.
Okay, amazing. Let me see.
If everybody lives forever,
Okay.
the world might be full of old people.
Okay, if everybody lives forever, the world might be
If
full of old people.
computers become more intelligent than humans. No, it's so cold here.
Okay. Okay, if computer becomes more intelligent than humans.
They would kill us on their own.
Okay, number 3.
If the
world
too
becomes too
crowded,
crowded.
Earth will become a black hole.
Okay, so let me see. Number 4, if humans have computer chips in their brains, what do you think may happen? If humans have computer chips in the brains.
You are 100 times and you're 100 times smarter than
You
Albert Einstein.
we may be 100 times more intelligent than Einstein. Oh my God. Nice. Number 5, if we don't use less energy, what do you think may happen? Okay, if we don't use less energy.
If we don't use less energy, there won't be any more energy for us to use. So cold. Teacher, can I take a blanket?
A blanket? Yeah, that's right. No problem.
Please. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
If people don't use less energy, there won't be any more energy for them to use.
Okay, so let me see here. If okay, perfect. So you did it very well. So let's continue with the rest of the exercises. So let me show you this. Let's talk about the speculating and predicting. I would like to clarify this properly, since I think I'm not too sure. Well, I would like to make sure that you mastered this very well. So as I already told you that in order for us to predict or speculate, let me tell you what is a speculating and what is a prediction. Speculating, it has 2 meanings, which means it makes sense in 2 words. All right. Speculated means that if this cell phone, let's talk about the first context. If this cell phone costs for example, $200. So you sell me you sell the cell phone in $500, and that is a speculation. But speculating when it comes to the use of language, especially in any language, is that you assume that something, all right, it's happening, and you are sure that it's happening, but it has not yet been confirmed, right? It has not yet been confirmed, then it's a speculation. A prediction is when something is going to happen, but you are not sure if this is going to happen. When speculating, you are almost sure, all right? When predicting, you say something is going to happen, but it's not probable that it happens in real life. Maybe yes, maybe don't. You got my point? Ben?
Yes, of course I listen to you.
Oh,
But
okay.
there's
So,
maybe two left.
okay. So let's see some examples here. Why not see or mention in these examples? Okay, so look at this. We use modal verbs, made, might, could, plus base form to talk about events, situations, which could take place in the future. Example?
Example. I might go out for dinner tonight. I might not go swimming next week. I think I'll be nice tomorrow.
Okay, so look at the prediction with the first conditional. When we use the first conditional to predict the result of future action, example.
Example.
If a global.
If the global warming gets much worse, the climate will change.
Okay. So look at this. We use the present simple to describe an action and will base form to describe the result. So here we can talk about the action and results. So look at this, conditional clause. Okay. So we use the present simple to describe the action and will base form to describe the result. Like I said, can you? Okay, so let me see. Can you tell me the conditional? Can you tell me the example of the conditional clause? If scientists
cure disease,
all right,
people will live very long lives.
Long, okay, people will long life, all right? So let's see two more examples. So here we have two more examples, okay? So let me show you those two more examples. Let me see. Let me see. The conditional if clause can come before or after the main result clause. Example, many
people will have nowhere to live if the sea levels rise.
Okay.
It is rising in Vietnam.
That is correct. So, and the modal verbs made or might or could can be used instead of will or want in the result clause, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So can you read this example for me?
The example is, we may experience very hot summer in Europe. If we don't do anything about global
warming. If we do not stop global warming. So let me show you one final thing, all right? So let's see the way how we use these modal verbs. So will is equivalent to 100%. Will probably 90%. Then we have could, may, might, 70%. May, might, and may not, and might not, 40%. And probably 10%. All right, and won't, 0%. You got that? Did you understand that? That's bad?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm mute.
Okay, amazing. So let me give you a homework. I am going to give you a homework. Give me 1 second. So look at there. Your homework is going to be the following. Homework, okay? Make 10 sentences using the model verbs for predictions. That is going to be for the next class. You will make 10 sentences using the model verbs for prediction. Ben, thank you so much for being so active in the class, and see you in our next class.
Okay, bye.
Can you, before you leaving, can you tell me what did we learn today in our class?
Learn about, predict about the future. And
predict about the future, and what else?
And
prediction and
spectacular.
And speculations, all right? Predictions and speculations, and we practice the modal verbs for predictions and speculation. So that's pretty much in general what we cover. See you in our next class, and remember to do the homework. Study as much as you can so you can be the best of the world. You're welcome, Ben. See you. Have a good night. Well, have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye. See you.